Tekken is one of the most popular fighting game franchises of all time, with unique movesets, characters, and storylines. But there's no storyline that stands out more than the ones of the main family, the Mishimas. Their story is quite complex through 20 plus years of games, so I will be trying to explain all of it in this video. A little heads up, however, I will be explaining them in the ways that the games presented them. So any callbacks to the past, flashbacks and stuff will mainly be in the segment of the games they are usually in. And to begin the Mishima family storyline, we will start with the first game in the series released in 1994, the original Tekken.
Good morning.
The Mishima saga begins here in Tekken 1. Most of the story is here written on the manual. A worldwide martial arts tournament is nearing its final, with a large purse of prize money to the fighter who can defeat Heihachi Mishima. In the final round of the competition, the contest is sponsored by the giant financial group, the Mishima Zaibatsu. There are 8 fighters that remain after winning death matches all over the world. The winner of the tournament will receive the title, the King of the Iron Fist. Who will be the one who can defeat Mishima and take home the prize money and fame? Will it be you? Starting with our main character, Kazuya Mishima, cold-blooded son of a distinguished family, the oldest son of Heihachi Mishima, the head of the Mishima Zaibatsu and sponsor of the tournament. His participation in this tournament is for the purpose of causing a world-scale coup d'etat after causing the death of his father. The scar on his chest was caused by his father dropping him into a trench at the age of 5. Dark. His vital statistics are there, but the most important one being that he uses the Mishima-style karate, which is a karate style used by his family. Kazuya works his way up the tournament to finally fight Heihachi Mishima and beats Heihachi. With Heihachi defeated, Kazuya is able to enact his revenge. But let's be real, if it ended there, I wouldn't have to talk about 6 other games.
Good morning.
2 years have passed since Kazuya Mishima won the first King of the Iron Fist tournament. With the mysterious disappearance of Heihachi Mishima, Kazuya Mishima, the new head of the Mishima Zaibatsu organization, is holding the tournament a second time. Once again, the best fighters from around the world have gathered to compete for the title, King of the Iron Fist. There is a rumor that Kazuya has made a deal with the devil, so enter the tournament at your own risk. This time, the manual speaks a little bit about Heihachi. Beaten by Kazuya in the previous tournament, in an instant, he lost both his fame and family. Having spent his previous time indulging in deviant acts instead of training, he vows to regain all he has lost. He also likes peace of the world. Very ironic. We also get introduced to a new character, Jun Kazama. Jun is an officer of the WWWC, a wildlife protection organization. She is highly psychic and can sense a mysterious power surrounding Kazuya. Besides her duty to arrest Kazuya, who smuggles protected animals, she wants to free Kazuya of his evil power during the tournament. Also, in context, Kazuya has been smuggling animals for the sake of making an army of animals. And also, remember that last name, Kazama. That's going to be important. At the end of the tournament, Heihachi stands victorious, finally being able to fight Kazuya for a chance at his revenge. Heihachi is able to defeat Kazuya, but Kazuya still has one more trick.
Final round. Fight!
Yes, your eyes do not deceive you, Kazuya just became a demon. Despite this devil ability, Heihachi is able to defeat Kazuya, and finally enact his revenge. After Kazuya was thrown into an active volcano, the game took a 20-year time skip.
Old people are the greatest.
It is also revealed that Kazuya and Jun may have had a little bit of a something going on during the tournament.
Good morning.
So after Tekken 2, it's revealed to the player that Jun Kazuma had an affair with Kazuya Mishima. She really did free all that evil power inside of him, huh? Jun would later be pregnant with Kazuya's child, but, you know, she can't really tell him because he's So she raises the kid on her own. So Jun goes into the wilderness and raises Jin there. She teaches him the Kazama style of karate, as well as things a normal mother would teach their boy. And for the time they had together, things were pretty good. They lived pretty normally. But let's be real, that's not gonna last forever.
母さん。
ジンよく聞いて。うちの中にいること、絶対に出てきてはダメ。何があっても。
でも。
ダメよ。もし私に何かあったら、その時はあなたのおじいさま、三島平八を探し出しなさい。
Jun goes outside to go confront the demon, the giant Aztec-like monster, which results in both of them having a fight. Unfortunately for Jun, she's not strong enough to defeat the demon, and the demon defeats her. Even though she's MIA, it's considered she's dead. This demon, however, was already on Heihachi's radar. One day, 15 years after the King of Iron Fist Tournament 2, a communique was sent to Heihachi Mishima, the leader of the Mishima financial empire. The report was brought to the ominous news that his Tekken forces had been obliterated after encountering a mysterious being called the Ogre. In the midst of Heihachi's concern about the missing fighters and Ogre, a young man appeared before him. His name was Jin Kazama. He claimed to be the son of Kazuya Mishima, whom Heihachi himself had taken to the grave during the last tournament. In a more startling revelation, Jin said that his mother, Jun Kazama, had been attacked by Ogre and vanished. All of these events convinced Heihachi that Ogre thrived on the powerful souls of the vanished masters. He also believed that harnessing Ogre's powers could bring immense strength to the Mishima Empire. And thus Heihachi taught the art of Mishima-style fighting karate to young Jin. Jin's discipline and abilities were strengthened like steel under the intensive training, driven by the desire for revenge upon the beast that took his mother's life. 4 years have passed and Heihachi acknowledges Jin's impressive fighting prowess. And now he announces the King of the Iron Fist Tournament 3, with Jin, as a lure to draw out the Ogre into the open.
King of Iron Fist Tournament.
Technically, Jin Kazama didn't win the Iron Fist Tournament. The person who won the Iron Fist Tournament was Paul Phoenix, an American fighter who was Kazuya's rival 20 years ago. He beat base Ogre, but left Ogre and thought he was dead before Ogre could transform, which technically means he didn't win? Ogre uses Heihachi to ascend into true Ogre. This is where the final showdown between him and Jin happens. Jin succeeds, finally defeating Ogre and killing him, causing his terror to finally end. With Ogre defeated, the souls that he took as energy are set free. It is now revealed to Heihachi that, like his father, Jin had possessed these demon-like abilities. Enraged by Heihachi's betrayal, Jin attacks Heihachi before flying into the moon. With a newfound hate for the Mishimas and everything that's happened to him, Jin flies away.
Good morning, USA!
After the events of Tekken 3, Heihachi captured Ogre's corpse, not being able to do anything with it because he's not alive. Researchers, however, were able to collect samples of its blood and tissue, and in turn attempted to make a life form between Heihachi and Ogre's genetic material. The experiments failed, however, and Heihachi learned that he lacked the devil gene necessary to integrate Ogre's genome with his own. Yes, devil gene. That. In order to obtain the devil gene, Heihachi searched for Jin, who had transformed into a devil during the last tournament. During his search, Heihachi learned that the body of his son Kazuya, whom he killed 20 years ago, was stored at a cutting-edge biotech firm called G Corporation. Heihachi ordered his army, the Tekken Force, to seize Kazuya's remains, only to find that Kazuya has been revived by the G Corporation and is alive. In order to create a new life form, Heihachi needed the body of Kazuya or Jin, both whom carried the devil gene. After much deliberation, an evil smile spread across Heihachi's lips. The next day, the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4 was announced, to possibly lure either Kazuya or Jin to grab their devil gene. Our protagonist is still Jin Kazama. Jin fled to Australia to keep an anonymous identity. 2 years have passed since Tekken 3 and Jin trained the traditional art of karate. Ever since Heihachi's betrayal, Jin loathed anything related to the Mishimas, his lineage, his fighting style, and the devil gene. He hated everything about it. With the help of Australian masters, Jin unlearns the Mishima-style karate and learns their traditional karate. Hearing about the King of the Iron Fist Tournament 4, Jin enters the tournament in hopes to end the Mishima bloodline. Kazuya was infuriated by Heihachi's attack and vowed to enter the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4 to exact his vengeance. However, Kazuya knew this was a trick, but despite this, went anyways. Jin and Kazuya fight their way to the tournament to face each other. However, something changes. Jin Kazama is a no-show to the fight. The automatic winner of round 7 is Kazuya Mishima. And although Kazuya follows it willingly, he knows in a way that Heihachi had a hand in Jin's disappearance. Kazuya was right. On the way to the tournament, the Tekken Force ambushed Jin Kazama in an attempt to capture him. They succeeded, subdued Jin, and took him away. After their fight, Heihachi doesn't kill Kazuya outright, instead offering to take him to Jin Kazama. Kazuya agrees and they go. Both Heihachi and Kazuya go to the Hanmaru dojo where Jin is being held up. Heihachi has bounded Jin in this small compound, hoping to be able to extract the devil gene. Once there, Kazuya knocks Heihachi aside in an attempt to extract Jin's devil gene. This fails and awakens Jin as his devil. Jin defeats both Kazuya and Heihachi and is finally able to end the Mishima bloodline. As Jin goes in for the kill, Jin Kazama's spirit reaches Jin. Jin is reminded of the morals his mother taught him and decides to let them go.
風間淳に感謝しろ。
Like the ending of Tekken 3, Jin flies away. But what about Kazuya and Heihachi?
Good morning.
Instantly picking up after King of the Iron Fist Tournament 4, Heihachi and Kazuya are awoken by the G Corporation, who are sending robots to ambush the both of them. The robots being deployed are the Jacks. A Jack robot was in the tournament multiple times, but not in a big squadron like this. Realizing they're outnumbered, Heihachi and Kazuya settle their differences for now and choose to fight together to defeat the Jack robots. Seeing his opening, Kazuya throws Heihachi into the Jack robots and escapes. This explosion destroys the dojo as well as killing Heihachi Mishima. But something much more sinister is underground. After Heihachi's death, an unknown person takes control of the Mishima Zaibatsu and opens King of the Iron Fist Tournament 5, which causes Kazuya and Jin separately to go there to find out who started the tournament. After Kazuya and Jin go through the tournament again, it's revealed who the mysterious sponsor of the tournament is: Jinpachi Mishima, Heihachi's father, and a legendary martial arts master who founded the Mishima Zaibatsu. Tekken 5 has many different characters with many different character endings for their storylines, each revealing a little more about Jinpachi Mishima. I would talk about all of them, but our main focus here is the Mishimas, so I will lightly sum it up. Heihachi and Jinpachi got into a conflict on how the Mishima Zaibatsu should be ordered. Heihachi was vouching for a more military-styled company, while that was Jinpachi's opposite. This resulted in Heihachi locking Jinpachi away for 40 years, which resulted in his death. This would all change though, however, at the end of the Honmaru Dojo's explosion, revealing to everyone that Jinpachi was underneath the dojo this whole time and has been freed. When coming back, it was revealed that a demon had possessed Heihachi, keeping him alive and turning him into a monster. This demon as well has ties to the devil gene. With Heihachi dead, Jinpachi took control of the Mishima Zaibatsu, but instead of using it for world domination or owning a global company, he did it for the sake of his death, as the demon possessing him put him in excruciating pain. Which is why he opened up the King of the Iron Fist Tournament 5, in hopes that someone could free him. At the end of the tournament, Jin Kazama stands strong and faces Jinpachi Mishima.
貴様、誰じゃ？俺は風待ち。呪われた血を継ぐ者だ。
なるほど。それでわしの血もこうして反応してるというわけか。お前を食らおうとな。
悪しき血は俺の手で立つ。
貴様にそれができるのか？このわしを倒す資格があるのか？
Jin Kazama overcomes the odds again and defeats Jinpachi Mishima, finally laying Jinpachi to rest. Jin, for once, finally being able to win the tournament and be around to tell the tale, does what his father before him does and seizes control of the Mishima Zaibatsu. But knowing our good, kind, and loving Jin, he wouldn't do anything bad with the Mishima Zaibots. Oh no.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.